Are you holding back on being the real you because you're afraid of being judged by your environment, by the people, that know you? Hmm. Well, stop it. Stop doing that. Stop apologizing for who you are, okay? Stop being afraid to damage the fragile male ego and to shock people and have them judge you. So what? Hi, my name is Sada Sharon Vanderlees. Welcome to this channel. I am a mind, body, spirit holistic health coach, and I support single women in midlife who are called to express all of who they are, who don't want to stop living their life. They want to keep living, they want to keep growing and becoming the true greatest version of themselves. That's what I'm here for. And today we're talking about why women must stop apologizing for taking up space. Yeah, let us talk about that because that needs to stop. Um, well, let me just share a little bit about how I experienced this whole thing of not apologizing for who I am. I mean, it may not look that way because I'm here talking to you and um, trying to teach you something, but me too, I am also teaching myself how to stop apologizing for who I am. It's an ongoing thing for us. It never stops, right? We always have to practice that awareness, knowing that we no longer apologize for who we are. So I had to learn the hard way in certain ways, looking at the relationship that I completed. My last relationship with my ex was very much of a crystallization of how much I apologized for who I was, for how much I suppressed, how many parts of me I suppressed. My goodness. It's hard for me to not even be upset with myself, but I'm not going to be upset with myself. I'm going to love myself even when I see the things that I did to apologize for who I am. When this man met me, I was an entertainer. I was singing. I had a band, and he actually asked me to stop singing because it made him uncomfortable. The thought of me being in front of a crowd of people made him uncomfortable. The thought of me being seen by others, by many others, and I guess other men specifically for him, made him uncomfortable. And I actually, just to keep the peace, I actually went along with it. I pulled myself out of that situation and actually found an excuse, like I'm moving, and I moved away, moved to a different state to, start fresh and to give this man the peace of mind and to give myself the peace of mind because the drama was not worth it to me. But instead of giving up who I am to have peace, I should have removed myself from him, not from who I am, to have peace of mind, to not have to argue. Because one thing I don't like to do is arguing. So that hurts me when I think about how much of myself I denied to make somebody else feel comfortable. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't have to be about relationships. It can also just be about, your whole environment. I'm just letting you know how it showed up in my life. It mostly showed up in my relationships with a significant other. Not too long ago, after having been single and not dated for a long time, like a decade, I met a man, right? And let me tell you, because my thing is, having a divine mate. I've been single for a long time, and I know that I know that I don't need a man to be happy, but I would like to have a true divine mate, somebody who truly is equally yoked, like, we're like-minded, and we allow each other to be who we are, right? And I met this man, and I mean, the compatibilities were mind-blowing almost. We were so compatible in so many ways that were so important to me. So important to me. And I was so excited. I was just like, oh my God, I think I met my divine one. But then as a little bit of time went by, I started to realize that he was not really interested in all of me. He was focusing on the future with me, which is a good thing, right? But my future includes who I am, right? It includes the things that have made me the woman that I am now. And he was not interested at all in hearing anything about how I came to be this woman. Now, I always want to know, about the man that I'm seeing. I want to know certain experiences. I'm not talking about dwelling on stuff. I just like to know the things somebody experienced, because it shaped them and it lets me know more about who they are. And I noticed that he was not interested. He would shut me down every time I would try to share something of myself with him so he could understand who I am. I wanted him to know who I am. I wanted him to be prepared for parts of me, so he didn't have to be surprised. I wanted him to know certain things, and certain things were just normal, like, just normal parts of your life. And he was never interested. He would just change the subject and jump to the future. He also was a smoker. And I am like all about clean and sober living. That's who I am, right? So I thought to myself, well, he doesn't have to be my clone. He doesn't have to be like me, So what? He smokes marijuana, right? Not cigarettes. That's a complete no-no for me. But marijuana is a no-no for me too, not because I judge it, but because I feel like marijuana allows you to escape your reality. And I'm all about facing my reality, facing my life, and developing the strength to accept what needs to be accepted and to change what needs to be changed. And so somebody who does the opposite and numbs themselves from what is reality for them, like for extended periods of time, like it's a lifestyle, then I don't know if you really know who you are, right? You may not even know who you are. So what am I stepping into here? But I was willing to see, how I could navigate through that, because I was looking at all the other things that were so compatible with who I am. But you see, my inner voice told me, no, you can't do this, because it's gonna slap you in the face hard. This is not who you are. This is just it's like a basic foundational core quality that has got to be in total compatibility with yours. It's not about judging. It's not about he's doing something wrong. It's about it's not going to work for you. It's not going to flow. It's going to cause friction for you. So let it be. Let it be. Let this just be a preview of all the things that you like. And let that complete man show up another time. So as hard as it was, I let it go. I let him go because I knew that if you're not interested in who I am, you're only interested in what it is that you see for us in the future, it's gonna cause a problem, because you're shutting out, you're not taking me in. So you're not emotionally available. You're not fully emotionally available. And if you have to smoke marijuana every day, you're not even emotionally available for yourself. So I had to let it be. I didn't want to have to apologize for who I am. You know what I mean? This is who I am. This is who I am. So I had to let it go. I had to let it go. And trust me, oh my goodness, there was just so much there. There was so much good there. It was a beautiful man, just a beautiful man inside and outside, but it wasn't gonna work. And I had to acknowledge that. And I had to acknowledge myself in that. So this is why I'm sharing this with you, so that it can really start to click in that we are so easily seduced to put our own needs in the back and put somebody else's needs first and apologize and be, somebody who doesn't make waves. Because I made it so easy for this man, right? I would never question him when he would do things that didn't make me feel good. I made it too easy. That's another thing that I saw that I have to watch, because I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be demanding. So I say to myself, I'm cool, I'm easy. No, I'm not easy anymore. I'm no longer easy. I am present, I am aware, and I require certain things. I require you to work a bit. You got to put in a little bit of work, because I'm going to put in a little bit of work. So yeah, I have requirements. I have things, I have to know that you will want to work a little bit, stand on your tippy toes a little bit to be in this relationship with me. Make you grow and make me grow. So somehow our environment has programmed us that we need to be agreeable, right? That we need to put others first, that we need to avoid making waves. And in the process, we completely abandon who we are. And that is not right. That is not cool. We are not second-class citizens. As a matter of fact, we are the engine that keeps humanity going, because we bring forth the new life. We bring forth the human beings that we see around us. We do that work. So we need to actually, we need to get special treatment for that. I truly believe that. So, we become people pleasing. We don't set boundaries. People pleasers, sorry. We become people pleasers and we don't set boundaries. We become invisible and we lose confidence. Now let's specifically look at ways that we apologize for taking up space, right? We think that people pleasing is kindness, but it's not. It's a whole different thing. People pleasing is based on a fear to lose love, and kindness is based on giving love. Kindness is based on knowing that you have love to give. And people pleasing is based on being afraid. It's based on not believing that you have love to give. It's based on being afraid of losing love. So you see the difference there. One of the biggest ways women apologize for taking up space is feeling guilty when they set boundaries, feeling guilty when they say no. You know what I'm talking about. It happens to us all the time. We feel guilty. We don't want to do something. We know that this thing that's being asked of us, it doesn't feel good. It's not going to make us feel good, but we feel guilty to disappoint somebody. And we need to learn that it's okay to set healthy boundaries and to sometimes say no. Many women have amazing gifts that they are afraid to share. They're afraid to share these gifts because when you put yourself out there, you put yourself kind of in a vulnerable position because people can judge you, right? Like you can judge me for doing what I'm doing right now, is talking and sharing about these things. You may not like me. People may click on my talks and they may not like me. But I'm in a place now where that's okay. I am catering to like-minded women. I'm catering to women who will like what I have to say, who will enjoy what I have to say, who will apply the things that I talk about. You know what I mean? It's not for everybody, not at all, and it doesn't need to be for everybody. You know what I mean? I love being sought after and being sought out and being cherry-picked, because I cherry-pick the people that I engage with. I seek out specific quality, a specific type of person. So I would want you to do the same with me, and it would make me feel special, actually. So yeah, when we put ourselves out there to share who it is that we are, to share the gifts, we do open ourselves up for criticism and for judgment and rejection, and it's fine. It's fine. Confidence is really built through taking action. You will not build confidence by making plans, and waiting for the right time and the right moment. No, you build confidence while you take action. Many, many years I've been planning to start this channel, many, many years. And I kept learning this and learning that and learning this and learning that. And at some point I came to the conclusion that I was feeling weaker. I was feeling frustrated. I was feeling sad more and more by not listening to that voice that says, go do it, go do it, go do it. And now that I'm doing it, I feel amazing. I feel confident. I feel strong. I feel inspired. I feel lit up. Yeah. So taking action builds confidence. And the more we take action, the more it is that we are not apologizing for ourselves, for taking up that space and saying, here I am, this is me. So there are things that we need to practice to stop apologizing for ourselves, for our presence on this planet. So one of the things that we need to start practicing is self-observation. We need to keep tabs on ourselves. We need to check in and see, who am I being in this moment for this person? Am I being the authentic me, giving them the truth of who I am, taking up the space that I am allowed to take up, that is mine to take up, to occupy? Or am I once again apologizing for who I am and putting myself second? Because it's gonna take you actually looking at yourself, always keeping an eye on what it is that you are agreeing to. Practice saying the word no. It is a full sentence. You don't even have to follow it up with more words. If somebody is asking something of you that you don't want to do, you just say, no, can't do that. When my ex asked me, would you please stop singing for me? It makes me uncomfortable. I should have said no. I should have just said no. Just like that, no. That simple. Doesn't have to be dramatic with a long explanation. No, actually it is more powerful when it's just no. We need to practice sharing our opinion freely. Yeah. Practice sharing your opinion. Do not hold your opinion in. Be silent. Be unseen. Be quiet in the background. No, if you're in a group, you have an opinion, something is being discussed, express your opinion. You don't have to agree with what they say, and they don't have to agree with what you say. They don't have to agree with what you say. Don't be mad if they don't agree with your opinion, but express it because it's yours and it needs to be heard. And trust me, somebody needs to hear it. And that person may be quiet. You may not even notice them, but trust me that your opinion matters. Somebody needs to hear it. Maybe it's somebody just walking past, just in passing, picks up some words and has their own epiphany. Share your opinion, please. You have it for a reason. And celebrate your accomplishments. That one is so much for me too. Celebrate your accomplishments. Don't just brush past them. When you accomplish something that you're proud of, celebrate it. And you don't have to go throw a party, all right? But give it its moment. Yeah, go take yourself out to dinner, or go listen to a piece of music that you enjoy with a glass of pure water, or pure juice, or a smoothie or something. Just give it its moment in the sun. Yeah. Find some way to celebrate your accomplishments, because they are yours to accomplish, and they are yours to acknowledge and celebrate. So my dear soul sisters, my beautiful sisters, I really hope that you found some meaning and some value in this video. And I would love for you to comment and to subscribe and to share this with somebody else that you think can benefit from this information. Help me help you and others to grow this channel, to make it an amazing place for women like us. So until we meet again, I want to wish you so much love, so much joy, and so much peace.